Dr. Sella here, and you cannot serve two masters with your offense. You cannot serve two masters, and I see it time and time again. If you're going to run the triple option and you're going to do it under center, which is the right way to do it because the ball hits quick and gets past the defensive line, because the whole mission of the offense is to cancel the defensive line, you can't serve two masters. You can't just go, well, I'm going to run that and I'm going to run another offense, like the spread or like pistol or something like that. You cannot serve two masters. There is no way your players are going to be able to handle all that offense. It's impossible. Plus, when you start to go gun or you start to run another offense, what starts to happen is you start breaking away from the sequence in which you're doing everything. The triple option offense is designed for a specific sequence of events with specific solutions. And I say this in almost every video. You run the zone dive, you get 4 yards, you run zone dive again. You get 4 yards on zone dive, keep running it. If you don't, and number one comes up the field, you trap him. If he takes the dive, you run mid-triple. They blitz, you toss it. Then you throw the ball in all the other situations. You can't just start all of a sudden running shotgun and thinking, well, we'll try to trick them this way. You cannot serve two masters. And what I see, and I learned this back in the 90s when I was a triple option football coach back in New Jersey, which was quite some time ago, is I was in a program where the head coach was a young guy and he wanted collaboration. And what ended up happening was people started collaborating their ideas, and then it was a buffet offense. We did a little bit of this, a little bit of that. By the end, we were running stretch out of the eye. We were running run and shoot concepts. We were running midline white. We were running flex bone. I mean, it was crazy. It was like a 5-blend offense. It's like when you make a pizza and you have 5 different cheeses. It was like a 5-blend offense. And it just got to the point where we didn't get any better. You cannot serve two masters. Either you run under center triple option or you go and live the communist lifestyle. You can't do both. You can't do both. Yeah, I know there's other offenses like wing T, double wing. Wing-based offenses are fine, but you still got to block everybody. That's why triple option is the greatest offense God ever created. Sent to us by God in 1964 to the University of Houston, and Bill Yeoman created it because God told him to, and he tells that story. You cannot serve two masters. You have to serve the triple option. And that's it. You're not going to get away with doing both. Now, if you got unbelievable players that can overcome your bad decisions, you'll get away with it. But then you're the exception that proves the rule. Most of you on this YouTube channel right now have players right now that can't block an artery. You know what I'm getting at. So here's the thing. You cannot serve two masters. Either you're all in with the under center triple option offense or go be a communist. Pick one. Go be like the rest of the world or go run the triple option. I get the question non-stop all the time from people. Why don't more people run the triple option? Because most coaches want to be like the world. They want to be worldly. That's why they do it. They want to be like everybody else because they live in fear. And here's the thing, and I preach this to my clients. Once you break the fear of not being afraid of your players, not being afraid of their parents, not being afraid of your administrators, and you're willing to walk away at any time, you are going to be so empowered to be such a savage to take over your football program. And that is when you're going to start winning big. And it'll be because of you and not just your players. So many coaches in this country win because they just have DNA. Whether they recruit it, whether they inherit it, they're born on third base. Hey, I know most of you here aren't born on third base. You got to work your nuts off. That's okay. Put your career in my hands. We're going to work without fear. We're going to get under center. We're going to run zone dive, mid, triple, trap, and toss. Unapologetically, deliberately, and intentionally. You cannot serve two masters. And before God, I'll let you serve two masters as my client. You won't do it. I'll make sure of it. I'll make sure you're doing this the right way the first time. So if you're ready to become a client, pick up the phone and call me right now. The Academy is $997. You get it for 2 years. Camp started 1997. The Academy's included. You know what to do? We'll talk later.